All right. I don't know if anybody's going to come back or not. But anyway, go ahead and throw this out there. It's Cox Cable. They've been screwing it up over here now for the past 2 weeks. Don't get me started. All right. Write this down. And a bitch. I'm ready to slam that shit now. I really am. For crying out loud. What the hell? Son of a bitch. God damn it. I don't know about that. It ain't working good at all. Yeah, it's taking the fun out of my Saturday too. On my laptop, I can see fine. Everything. But I can't see anything on my phone. I'm ready to slam all this shit on the concrete right now. This is about ridiculous. Oh, man. Seriously. On my laptop, I can see fine. But I can't see anything on my phone. Now my phone's working. I'm ready to slam all this shit on the concrete right now. This is about ridiculous. There's such a delay, though. It's like looking at myself 20 minutes after I. I pick a bad day. It's such a delay, though. It's like looking at myself 20 minutes after I. Bro, let me just hang on a minute. I think I'm. Yeah, this ain't working at all. Yeah, and I have no idea why. I mean, I spend a lot of money on internet connection from Cox. That sucks. So I'm going to end this. This is ridiculous. Yes, I got phone feed and the internet, and that's what I do every time. You're probably what is this up here? Can y'all hear me now? The the internet around here, they've been screwing the pooch for about 2 or 3 weeks now, and this is synonymous with the cable down here and basically everything down here. Yeah, it bounces from 300 megabytes per second to 50 megabytes per second. I don't know why. You see, 20 frames per second at 300 feet. I'm sure. I'm just dropping this out right now. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna find out what the damn problem is. This is totally ridiculous. But it's this screwed up ass damn place down here, and a screwed up ass damn Cox cable, and nobody gets anything right down here, as far as I'm concerned, as far as utilities go. But you're always going to complain about utilities whenever they're not working. This is just fine, thanks. Good to see you, Jared. I sent your package back to you, babe. Uh, I hear you. China internet. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I hear you. Ken Compton, what's up? All right. What's up? I just. Oh. Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad. Black William 45. Hey, how you doing, bro? How's it going? It's going good. It's not really internet stuff. The it just ain't doing what it's supposed to do. Janie Jane. Janie Jane. How you doing? What's up, little eagle? How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me? See me? Okay. Okay. Good. We'll go with that. Yeah, and trust me, there's no reason I know why. Again, I will hold this up. Actually, I'm gonna hold it a little bit closer. The writing's horrible, but you got to remember I was writing on phone. So, give you my email so I can give some of these away. And they are pretty nice. I did have to admit. Do I need to get the camera closer? Let me get the camera closer. Can y'all see them? I made one of these because, and I got some stuff on that one, because I fought a bucking ball out of a clutch for about an hour, and then I had to make one of these. You can't buy one small enough to go in there, so that works pretty good. And then I just said, and I had some excess brass left over. I bought a pack of needles, and I said, let me make some scribes, for marking pistons, what have you. And this is and don't give me a hard time because this is a low hole piston. But yeah, they're pretty nice. They're not bad. I got 8 of them I want to give away. Okay. Can y'all see that good? Yes, I'm in the United States. Janny Jane, I guess. I'm right here in South Louisiana. Yes, Louisiana. Can y'all see that? Yes, this is a very important tool. Mr. Buchanan got it. I know exactly what that's for. It's for a chain, and it's a chain puller. You are correct. Some people make comments about my chain, no chain tensioners or what have you. This will tighten up the motor chain and the bicycle chain. And there you go. That's exactly what is a chain puller together. And that's basically what it is. These are nice to have. That's the reason I run my bikes, most all of them, with no chain tensioner. Thank you very much. Where is ERT? Okay. Yes, it does work really well. And if you're a little bit off, this will tighten your chain up and you can get your master link. Very important tool. Now, I remember making a bunch of these, giving them away, not a whole bunch, but a few. And I didn't have one. I had to work on the clutch on the Cranbrook. I couldn't find mine. Mine was a piece of junk. Y'all got all the good ones. I had to make one of these to work on that clutch. I gave some of these away. Now, these things have a lot of uses. Screw in the clutch pads, pull them out is one thing. And Opie Wanzilla mentioned it, and I do the same thing. All my washers and flat washers and stuff I just put on here, set them down on top of the stud for the head bolts or what have you, drop one down, move on to the next one. They work really good for that. Another thing they work good for, you can put it in your tire, flip it around, and you can take your tire off the rim. Not only that, they're perfect for pushing out a wrist pin. Now in the video, the short I showed, no, I'm not a motorcycle shop. I'm just somebody that loves motorized bikes and ride them as much as I can. Now, this is the one I made originally. And yes, y'all saw me pick this up full of them. And yes, it will pick it up. That magnet's good to go right there. So, with that being said, and like I said, the scribes work good too. I don't think it'll scribe this. Oh, yeah, it does too. Okay. All right, guys. What do we got going on here? Motorized bicycles. I use mine for that. Okay. So I got 8 of these. Now, what I would originally do in the first time I went, and bought an e-bike. All right. And I started out running e-bikes. I got videos on e-bikes. Actually, the fastest bike I had was a 55-mile-an-hour e-bike. It's on there. I'm looking at the Avenger 85 like the Phantom 85 right now. I'm going to give it a month or 2 running before I buy one. That's just me, though. Yes. Kevin. So I deleted all the other live feeds. And the way I was going to do this is the first 8 people that came into the live, whether you ask for one of these or not, you're going to get it. Okay. So that's, yeah, you got, people don't realize those batteries have a heck of a kick. You got to be careful with them. Yeah. See, I made all my own batteries and stuff, and I got videos on that. And it's, trust me, I've still got them here, and there's no place to put them. You can't dispose of them like a regular battery. I got a video on me cutting some up in the saw, and there wasn't nothing but sparks everywhere. Are these what you're talking about? This is a magnet to get a bucking ball out of your clutch because it's small enough to get in there. And this is a scribe for, like, if you're porting or whatever, you need to mark your piston or you need to mark something or something like that. Just some things I make and I'm going to give away. That's the reason I hold up my, and it's a bad job of writing. It's Kevin Todd Namba. That's North American Model Boaters Association. That's when I was racing RC boats at gmail.com. So if you win one, you send me your address and I will send this to you free. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm going to have to go to the front of this to see who got it, and then I'm going to have to, and that's the problem, because I'm not going to have any way to contact you. This is the only way you can contact me. And I'm going to have to put a list up in the community comments. But if I got your address and you did, I'll send it to you. Yeah, this sucks. And I got to figure out what this is before I do this again. So. Yeah, I don't know if this is still working or not. My laptop's fine. I'm going to see, and then I'm going to leave a community comment. Y'all come back and get this. If your name's up there, get this email address, but email me your address, and I will send you. No, I'm not in a bad spot in my shop because my laptop's outside the shop. I know these shops are like a Faraday cage, but I've never had any trouble. But for some reason, I'm having trouble. And I think it's because of this thing. And I was hooked to this, and I don't know. It just doesn't work that good anymore. This sucks. Yeah, I know. Installing your clutch on what? On your little tiny one? That's going to be an interesting build, y'all, and I'm telling you. For a lot of reasons. Let's see if I can stay on here long enough to explain this, and then I'm going to get off of here. He's got a 49cc motor, water cooled. Now it's a 40 millimeter piston. And the thing of it is, with a small piston like that, the snatch load of pulling a heavy piston down opposed to a lighter piston down increases your RPM. So you're going to have to probably go with a 40 or 44 sprocket, but the motor is going to be capable of, I would say, an easy 12 to 14, 15,000. It's just because lightening the snatch load and it being so small. But if this thing does make good RPMs and power, all right, cool. If it does make good RPMs and power, then it is an actual legal motorized bicycle that hauls ass. That would be cool. But yeah, that's a very interesting build. Very. It's settled down. I don't know. I just, and like I said, the internet around here has been horrible for the past 2 weeks. I thought they've got it. Evidently, they don't. But last Saturday of every month, we're going to go live. I'm going to be doing some different stuff. And another thing I wanted to ask everybody, this is a ratchet adapter, 3/8 ratchet adapter. And I've seen some people use these to start their bikes. Have y'all ever done it? I'm going to try it. I hear you. You ain't got to pump a whole bunch of water fast. But water pool's the way to go. I know in the RC boats, we were hitting 18, 19,000. And they are 2 strokes. They're not nitro. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Even on some builds, I have to just walk away. Come back next week. Not really. I mean, I have fun with what I got. I don't need to go 100 miles an hour. That's just like owning a Corvette. Corvette will do 120, but you don't have to do it all the time. You just know it does. Fish pump. Yeah, but what I like about what Opie Wanzel is doing is that's a 49cc. That's a legal bike. All this other stuff we're buying and doing and what have you, it ain't legal. So it's kind of stretching the law a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to try this on the tan bike back here. And yeah. You got a 40 millimeter stroke or a 40 millimeter piston? Let me go ahead and put this into perspective because I want to look at this myself. We're zeroed. Yeah, that's 40 millimeter right there. That's a little piston. This is it alongside of a 47. That's crazy. Yeah, are you talking about piston or stroke? I see. That's the thing. What you can get out of the smallest amount. I'm not sure. I know there's a 38 and I know there's a 40. Like I said, I'm far from an expert. Was a 49cc, right? The Hondas were. Those are legal in a bicycle. Are you talking about the Avenger 85? Yeah, see, I just see how they do. For a month. I hear you. Yeah, you have to gear it down. Yeah, see, everything we run is illegal, basically. If you can find a low hole piston, and I'm sure they make them. This is what they call a low hole here. This is for a 38 millimeter stroke crank. Yeah, and I had one of those way back when, 40, 50 years ago, and it would do it all day long and nonstop and forever. Those are the most sturdy, well built bikes there was, and especially the Trail 70. I had one of those too, and it made it through about 4 or 5 people before it finally died. Yeah, like I said, I never had one do it with me. They always, but I wasn't somebody that was riding it every day or anything. This was like a weekend fun thing, and I think I think they tolerate it around here too because I don't. I'm not being. I don't become a nuisance. I'll go through town and what have you to get on the levee and ride the bike path up there. Trail 90s or Trail 70s? Because I had a Trail 70. I know you can buy some of those. There's some people down in New Orleans that's got the Trail 50 or and they buying these 125 engines and putting them, and they're like ridiculous. I hear you. Yeah, those are cool bikes. I mean, they're like the handlebars would fold down. You could put them in the back of a car. They would run forever, literally. And they out there. There's people do that. We got an airport down here where they got people. But you got them out there that'll do it. And I guess it's whatever you get into. You know, maybe you get into it, maybe you don't. I don't know. I think mine would. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. There's smart people out there. But I think you have to understand flying and what have you before you'd even tackle something like that. You have to be a pilot first, and then you build a plane. I don't think you build a plane and say, well, let me see if I can be a pilot. Just my opinion. Yeah, 12cc. I want to, in this tan bike over here, one frame and everything. Okay. I want to put, because my trailer hooks on that one, I want to put a 4-stroke on that, but I want something like a 100cc or a 125 or 150cc. Nothing huge. Something that just, and 4-strokes are obviously better on torque than 2-strokes for pulling a trailer. So Jared proves that with that friction drive. I mean, that thing's like crazy. Place down here, and at the little airport we got down here, they're out there up and gone. You see there's a heart right behind us. Somebody else comments so I can see what Kim Scrambler put there, because what do you think about these cases and Minarelli heads? On my Minarelli, I completely custom everything. And I cut the head special for the piston. I cut the jug special for the case and everything else. And I took a horizontal and put a goddamn G2 reed system on it. The billet cases, yeah, they look nice. They're very nice, very expensive. This is kind of a hobby for me, and I'm on a fixed income. And I mean, I can get good speed out of these bikes. That Cranbrook, that's 49 miles an hour. That's more than enough. I don't need to go any faster. And it's got the Bikeberry head on it, which is very nice. Yeah, I mean, you could get good performance out of just doing the balancing and the porting and the cleaning up and putting the bearings in properly and all that stuff. You don't have to go billet and all that, but it's better, stronger. It's not a wall. You need to get off that subject, ERT. I mean, really? But it's not a wall by no means. It is somewhat, but it is close to it. No, I wouldn't. I mean, and literally that bike right there, I just built it. If you look back on the videos, now we're going to tear that engine down. I'm going to show you exactly what I did to it. I haven't forgot that. I just want to get some ride time on it, get some street time, get some ride time on it, see what the engine's going to do. That's 49 miles an hour. That whole bike, everything you see right there, $731. So that's bike everything. And that's just, that's not even a YD100 case. That's a little case. That's a G4 cylinder, Bikeberry head ported with a MZ Miami MZ65 pipe. Gets on the pipe, runs 49 miles an hour. If I was 50 pounds lighter, I would be hitting 50 miles an hour.
So yeah, bike runs good. The Minarelli runs over 50 miles an hour, no problem. The hobby, you don't. I mean, if you take the time and build the motor properly, and you don't have to spend all this crazy ass money, and it can be done. You say that right. If I was what? But anyway, if you take the time, build the motor properly, build on it. Take your time, balance it out, straighten it out, put the crank there, and we're going to pull this engine down. We're going to see what the ports look like. And yeah, 49's fast. It's scary fast, especially on a bicycle, because 50 pounds lighter. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I need to be 50 pounds lighter, trust me. And I'll work on that. But yeah, 49's fast. And on that bike, but that's really not run all the time unless you're. Yes, sir. 37 out the box. You are correct, with a stock pipe and everything. That's fast enough to get your ass in trouble. A better bicycle. Okay. Well, I wanted this build I did right here. I went with Bikeberry wheels, which are 10 gauge spoke wheels. They're very nice. That's what's on the back of my Minarelli bike. And never had any problems with them. A little bit with that one, but I think that was more me than anything else. And 37 right out the box. Trust me, you don't want to hit anything at 37 miles an hour or have your front forks fall off or something like that. So, but you take your time, don't get in no hurry. And believe it or not, you say that the steel frame Huffy Cranbrook is lighter than the aluminum frame Minarelli bike. That bike is heavy. The front end on that bike makes it heavy. Everything on that bike makes it heavy. That bike is heavy. And but the Cranbrook is not. It's lighter than that bike. You're just hanging on and listening to everything on the bike and feeling everything on the bike. You really don't care how fast you're going. You just want to make sure you can stop it and nothing fall off. But yeah, you're right. And at that point in time, it's like what they call with motorcycle, like Zen meditation or Zen. You're just focused straight ahead, and you're really not thinking about everything. And how you doing, Mr. Chad Stewart? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Gemini rims are good. You got Geminis? I didn't know that. The at $200 a wheel? I don't think so. Those were no good for speed. I hear you. That's what I'm gonna do speed on it if I do speed. But these are Bikeberry wheels. They're made for motorized bikes, so they work good. The mags I had on that other bike been on there for ever since I've owned it. They've never given me any trouble. But Gemini, they need to come down on their price. Too high. But what kind of price you put on safe riding, right? This thing froze up again. The pedals are important to get it started. Other than that, that's it. I ain't pedaling nothing if it's got a motor on it. I'm sorry. I'm 66 years old. Good. Glad you are. No pedaling. No. If it's got a motor on it, that bastard runs, it's going to pull me. Simple as that. How much for your safety? Exactly. That's too much for my safety. It's just too damn expensive. There's two-stroke porting carburetor. What's up? How you doing, sir? And ease of operation. True. I don't pedal going up no damn hill. The hills I go up are the levee. I have to push. It's pricey. It is. I had to pedal. Well, I had a flat tire. I had to push it. I didn't pedal it. I don't think I've pedaled home yet. These things don't pedal worth a damn. I just soon push them. Right. That's the way it is in Louisiana. The law reads down here, you can't use any centrifugal clutch or any kind of gears. It has to be pedal to start and a clutch. That's it. Yeah, I hear you. They don't pedal good. And if you look back on the video of the walk of shame I didn't carry a cell phone with me or nothing. I live outside New Orleans. Pretty sure this is murder capital of the world. I know it's the United States, but it's probably the world too. Bike got broke down once. I got pushed off in the woods. Drove back and got it, I bet. Good evening, DNS. Two-stroke motorized bicycles. How you doing, sir? I hope y'all can see me and hear me because I've been having some trouble here. Yeah, see, that bike there, I particularly wanted to build it as good and as safe and as inexpensive as possible. So that's kind of what that went. Okay, good. No, you don't pedal with a Phantom 85. And I'm sure you wouldn't pedal with the Avenger 85. I'm sure that'll pull you real good. Los Angeles, California. Cool. All right. One stroke. Los Angeles, California. Yeah, well, and you say you had a 50 some odd two sprocket? Then you've got plenty of smart people here tonight. Two-stroke porting and carb tuning, Mike, OP1 Zilla, DNS, all of them. Jared, all of them. They're all good people here. Knowledgeable people. Kim Scrambler. $38.47. 38 by 47, 44, 47. But yeah, the build Obi-Wan's doing, that's going to be an interesting build. Now, this is another tool I made. And this is your sprocket, your counter shaft sprocket, and help you turn it. It worked good, but you don't really use it that much. I can't really go under a 36. I run 36 or 40 because the clutch will start slipping a little heavier than you. 56 too, yeah. I'm not the tool guru, but we got some new ones. I don't know if you've seen these yet or not, but to get a bucking ball out of here, because I fought one here not too long ago, and I had enough brass, so I bought some needles and made a scribe. They're pretty nice. They'll be given out tonight as soon as I figure out who they're going to. $40 miles an hour. I hear you. I watch videos on people making them. Those are pretty cool. We used to do fireworks shows down here, and I just kind of got out of it. Truth, okay. Yeah, the cool thing about this, ball on there, you ain't gonna lose it. I fought that son of a gun for an hour, and then I made one of these or made something like this, and I said, I used air, I used everything. I couldn't get it out. Went in there, pulled it right out. But yeah, it's not coming off of there. These little magnets, neodymium boron N48s, I think, N47s or something. But not only that, though, if you drop, and trust me, I'm not saying anybody ever did this, but let's say you drop something down in your engine, this will get down there and get it, well, just like that. You can get down there and it's brass, it's non-marring, it's not going to scratch anything up. It works pretty good. And like I said, has anybody ever dropped a wrist pin clip down on their motor while they were trying to put it on? Somebody on here has. I know you have. $10.34, yeah. 60 point. That's cooking. And I don't care what anybody says. That had to have been scary as hell. Yep, we have all dropped one of those clips in there. Titanium what? And a great case for yeah, we've all done it. This would be good to get it out, and it would get down in there. Now, when you say wrist pin, these things here, I had to get a wrist pin out. Yeah, you can drop a wrist pin, and not only that, the damn bearing. But this particular tool here, it pushes the damn wrist pin right on out of there. So I use this thing for a lot. I just like the word. What word? Yes, they are. I use the Wiseco wrist pin clips. The only problem with them, once you put them in, you better hope to hell you got everything on right. Yeah, Two Stroke said something about and I'm wanting to say material cost on these are like maybe 60 cents. They're not expensive. Just a lot of work goes into them, but they're not expensive. I couldn't find one to go in there. And I went to the auto parts store. They didn't have one. I had to turn right around and make one. I just so happened to have a 1/4-inch magnet on another project. But they do hold very good. Now, if you lose this magnet in there, you will be taking the clutch apart. Okay. So. No, I don't live. I don't live close to the fire department. That's down here. You got to remember, New Orleans is like right over there. Murder capital of the United States. So yeah, you don't want to break down on the side of the road here. Trust me. Advanced auto parts. We don't have an advance here. We got a space zone. I mean, AutoZone. I hear you. Yeah. See, I tried compressed air. I usually blow mine right out. No problem. Not this one. I think it's that oil I use. O'Reilly's, yeah. I got that here and Space Zone. But that's it. I'm going to put up a community post of the names of the people that won. You can come back to this video and get this. Some of the addresses, some of the people already have the address and some don't. But what I do with the address, I put them in a book, not on the computer. They're in a book. So if you win something again, then I go to the book. Went to AutoZone, Space Zone in El Paso. Yeah. Yeah, I don't go to Space Zone. O'Reilly's is the only place I go around here. Yes, they do. Yeah, and that's another thing with the metric stuff. 1.25 thread pitch or 1.5 thread pitch. Yes, at a decent price. Yeah, and Napa is one of the best places in the world to find these weird ass nuts and bolts. Yeah, and I would think it would be, but you get the millimeter stuff everywhere. Yeah, you put Wiseco wristband clips in, you destroy what you want to take off. I mean, there's just no way around it. No, I haven't. I'm gonna have to go back on everything, but y'all, once this loads up, you'll be able to go back to everything, and you'll see who the first 8 are. And the first 8 are the ones that win. I was going to ask questions and stuff like that. I said, no. I said, the first 8 people that chime in there, those are the ones going to get it. See, that's unfair because I started this live up 2 times already, and this is the 3rd time. So the people that chimed in on the first one, they might not have gotten onto this one. So just another motor. Oh, all right. How you doing, sir? Yeah, see, I tape all that up. I tape everything. When I'm starting to drill into those, there's tape somewhere. And then I wash it with sodium hydroxide solution, blow it out with air, and then put Lucas assembly lube on it. You have all 3 on. Which one you like? I know you were. I know you were. So I know you're on there. Jared's on there. I think the only problem I have is ERT. Ace Hardware, nuts and bolts. Yes, sir. We got one here in Laplace that has got $50 and smaller screws, like for rod and reels and stuff. Yeah, some of these Aces have a nut and bolt section that is to magnifying glass to see, but a lot of it down heels. You didn't have to do that, Jared. Trust me, you don't. But thank you very much. Try again. But yeah, it's just 100. What you said? Y'all leave LA Hover alone. Hover bicycles. Yeah, now Napa, back in the day, you got to remember, I'm not a Generation X. I'm a baby boomer. That was it. That's where you went. There wasn't, you might have had a CarQuest. Don't get out on that road and get hurt. Trust me, it's not worth it. We have plenty of time. Leave that man alone. Come on. Am I freezing? No, it's like 62 degrees, which I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. So this is not cold weather. You know that as well as I do. I hear you. We're at in South Carolina. We're at in South Carolina. Spartanburg. I used to live in Manning. I know right where you're at. Oh, yeah, it is. I've been having trouble all night. No. I didn't understand what you said. Yeah, I've been freezing all night. It's just Cox cable. They suck. Low 50s. Okay. Yes, sir. Good night, sir. You take care of yourself. I hope you're feeling better too. 28 degrees Fahrenheit here tonight. Yeah. We had some of that here not too long ago. It got down to that. It got lower than that, actually. Yes, Two Stroke. You have a good night. You take it easy, brother. Yeah, that's cold. Yeah. You're in Utah, I think. And yes, I know it's going to be cold there. supposed to get down to 45 tonight, I think. And that's about it. I hear you, Two-Stroke. All right, there's Bry, the bike guy. How you doing tonight? Yeah, be careful if you come down here for Mardi Gras, please. And I think it's the 8th through the 14th. I'm not sure, but yeah, this is New Orleans. This makes Chicago look like, you know, we actually beat Chicago. So. Yes, and Brian, the bike guy, how are you this evening? Okay, going. Huh. All right. Yeah, Cam Scrambler. I mean, you know, you come down and have a good time. Just be aware of where you're at. Food's good, and Mardi Gras is cool if you've never seen it. But just don't go to alleys and stuff, and don't follow people in alleys and stuff. My two-piece YD100. Good question. Seriously? It is right there. Now, there was a spacer that went here too, and it was a special spacer too. And I think I saved that. Pretty sure I did. It's got to be this one. No. I got the spacer someplace else. That's it right there. And if I find it, but making another one's not going to be hard to do. That cylinder right there with a good pipe and the way I did that head and what have you. This thing will run. And you can put a spark plug on any end you want. But yeah, it actually, I had to do a whole bunch of work on this. Let's see. Well, this is all that was done to this one. And you can look at it, and this thing ran. The only thing I liked about this, opposed to, is they did ramp the transfers heading to the intake. And then that way it creates another circle. But this head had to be custom built. And that thing with a shitty expansion chamber ran really good. This thing had to really thick spacer on it to get it full exhaust. This is one of the old YD100s. How you had like a half a piston sticking in that hole right there. So this thing had to come up that much. Then it left you with a squish that was like super like that. So that's the reason I cut the head off and cut a big slug out of it. So, but it runs. And then it ran its ass off. On this, no, I never did anything with this. But I always use the cheap little Chinese thin metal ones. I don't have a regular spark plug wrench that'll fit these. Believe it or not, I don't have one. I use those all the time. But yeah, this was a good setup. I used a round copper gasket and did good. All right, we got the clutch set up. We good. Coffee. Yes, indeed. I ain't far from it myself. You're right. I do have a socket for that. But the NGK, no, the cheap ones don't do that. I don't think I had any kind of, but it ran really good. I didn't do any kind of GPS or anything on it, but it was fast. And that was with a really crappy expansion chamber. If I would have had like a MZ65 or even the CDH 67, the Leg Burner 5000, it would have did a lot better. That right there, this will run, but this is a whole buttload of work. It's not worth it. I hear you. But it had good power. It was fast. It would get on the pipe, and I'm talking about a real crappy pipe. If you look back in the video, I've got a video of it. You can go back and look at it. It did run good. Yes, sir. You have a good night, Mr. Buchanan. Take care of yourself. I hope you feel better, babe. I know you're going through some hell with that damn leg and what have you. And I even took the time, if you notice, to actually dimple all these fins. And somebody asked me why I did that. And I told them why not. Did I freeze up again? Yeah, Obi-Wan's doing something pretty cool though. The 49cc thing, the legal bike. And I also got good port timing numbers off of it. So, but yeah, I mean, you got to cut the head off. You got to do all kinds of damn stuff. Oh, the Daniel Boone knife. I saw that too. Yes, it is. But I'm going to show y'all something what a board person built. Okay, I forgot to tell everybody that. I built him bikes because he was medically challenged. He wasn't in really good health. He passed away a couple weeks ago. But he did get to ride the bike to be Santa Claus at the old folks home. And he came by here in his Santa Claus suit and everything. Very nice guy, very caring guy. He always wanted to help people. He was just a really nice guy, and he passed away. And that was really, it just like took everybody back. You know, it was just like, oh my God. But yeah, I did, and I meant to say everything about that. I built him too. If you look back on my videos, I built him the Cranbrook that somebody built him that nobody, even Superman, couldn't pedal. And we got him all straight on that. And every time, you know, he needed work on the bike or something, or brakes or something, he always come to me because I always took care of him. And he wanted this electric stretch lowrider. I said, bring it over, babe. We'll get it done. And got it done to him right before Christmas, what have you. Went on the parades and stuff. And my neighbor to the back told me, he said, yeah, hey, your boy passed away. I said, who? He said, rides the bikes with you. I said, who are you talking about? And I thought it was somebody else. And he said, no. He said, it was him. And I said, man. Had no idea, but he passed peacefully in his sleep. And that was one good thing. Very generous person, very nice guy. He gave me, if you look back on the videos, if you look at the Cranbrook, he bought 2 of these at Walmart. And I fixed that one for him that other guy botched up. He gave me this one. It was brand new for doing the stretch lowrider bike. And I said, you don't have to do that. He said, no. He said, I ain't got no use for it. He said, you take that. And like I said, 2 weeks ago, he passed away. What I'm fixing to tell you, I want this to ring home to all y'all. Ain't nobody guaranteed the next 5 minutes. Trust me when I tell you that. He was happy. When he came over here, I wish I would have got a picture in his Santa Claus suit. And he was happy, and he told me, he says, you just don't know how many people you made happy, Kevin. So, yeah, it was just like, he was just a really great guy. I mean, simple as that. But you can go back on the videos, and you can see the Cranbrook whenever we finally got him on it. And got him going on it. And after you got him going, that's it. 35, 40 mile an hour everywhere he went. So, but anyway, I've had so many friends die. my best friend here not too long ago died. And it's just like he used to be at the shop every day. He was here every day. And now I'm just here by myself. So. No, I'm fine. What? No, it's he was on dialysis. Been on dialysis for a long time, and I mean, this is like, this wasn't a total shock. And I hear you, Ray. Yeah, just lucky you went to sleep and peaceful. I hope and pray anyhow. Yeah, the green bike. The green bike weighs about 3 pounds. No, he's not. He's not. He's not. And I don't know anything about dialysis. I'm not going to pretend I do, but I don't think it's very good. I've been very lucky. I have. Yeah. Yeah, he was only like in his 40s. He wasn't old. 43, I think. Very nice guy. Always willing to help anybody. Literally, seriously. Hey, this is CN Adventures. And good evening to you too. Here you come with that bullshit. Yeah, I was laughing at William Buchanan with the maybe one day somebody will create a turbocharged motorized bike. Yeah, the aluminum bikes, and believe it or not, that aluminum bike right there, that's a Kent Del Rio. That thing's heavy, but I think it's the front end though. Welcome, ERT. Still waiting. What you still waiting on? I sent you a tracking number on the email. All you have to do is go look at it. Okay. That front end, I don't even, let me see if I got a piece of it.
I cut that main tube out. I pressed the one out that was in that one, was aluminum. Then I turned down on the lathe, welded it on, brazed it on, and everything else. I don't suggest doing it because if that piece comes off right here, your front end falls off. And I could even imagine at 49 mile an hour, the front end falling off. So, and that's in the back of my mind every time I ride it. So I don't suggest doing that. They do make some 1 inch, but Lord have mercy. They were like $200-$300. I said, oh, hell no. We're going to go cheap and kill ourselves. Yeah, it is. It's 1.1 inches. You can. There's some people that do it in 1 inch tubes like that, but it has to be a straight. It can't be a taper, and it's just like this. It would not fit in this one. So I said, well, I'll go the other way. Nitrogen on a CO2 bottle. For what? And the headset, you got 1 inch, which is standard Cranbrook and stuff like that. And then you got your mountain bikes, which is 1.1 inches. Well, that was 1.1 inches, but I pressed the tube out and put that one in it. Yeah, now the one he's got on there, those particular front forks, I didn't get. I did get the Springer for that one, but it was a little bit more expensive. But it looked a little bit beefier and what have you. Yeah, getting into motorized bicycles, they're not cheap. And it's like, when you look at Cranbrook, 49 miles an hour, it doesn't have a big block on it, and it's a regular G4 cylinder. Everything brand spanking new, $731. That's not that bad. And it does 49. Not even really broke in good yet. I don't break in things really very well. Yeah, see, and I think with my friend here, they wasn't getting him his medicine like they should, is what he was telling me. You know, he was a young man. He was in his 40s. And yeah, the dialysis can't be no fun. I mean, no way. You're not even supposed to drink water or anything, from what I understand. All that is, that's a Cranbrook. That's a MZ Miami. That's Huffy Cranbrook, 7. Seven speed.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, and trust me, this bike has got low end on it. It pulls good. Now we are going to be taking the engine apart. Let me get some time on it. Cranbrook, yeah, and I like that bike. That bike's lighter than that one, and I think the front end on that one makes that one so heavy. But yeah, that bike there is just beautiful. Pulls good. 49 miles an hour, gets on the pipe good. It's just, you go to two-stroke porting and carb tuning. He shows you exactly what I'm going to be showing you when I pull this down. I just want to make sure we get some longevity out of it. That's 54 pounds, but that's front forks, wheels, everything, minus engine. Yes. Okay. That would be and the beach cruiser frame, to me, motorized bike, from everything I've seen, that's the way to go. Yeah. See, now I bought that frame. That bike was given to me by somebody. It's a Kent Del Rio, but I modified the heck out of it. And that was given to me by my friend that passed away. That's funny. Whipped cream, nitrous oxide, yes. I think the best mountain bike, because you can get a good rear wheel and then you can have your suspension and everything. That's the only problem with the motorized bikes is you're not getting no rear wheel suspension. You got a rigid. I hear you. It's nitrous oxide. I got you. You can buy the whippets and or what they call it now, Dream Gas or something. Buy the big cans of them. Wall Goose. Yes. See, I've been wanting to try one of those. LA Hover says they're really good and stuff like that, and I've been wanting to try one. Now on that bike, that black leather seat, that has some good spring to it. Kent Bayside is a good bike. I did one of those for somebody here not too long ago. The only problem with the Kent bikes is attaching the gas tank. It's so wide and so big and so beefy right there that makes it a problem. I just drilled through it and bolted from the bottom. But yes, they are good. See, I've been wanting to get one, but I don't know which one to get because I think it's one of those things that will go flat on you if you save money. Spend the money, get the good one, I think. Yeah, Bayside is a good bike. Here, right quick. Smithfield Wheels. How you doing, sir? With some nitro mix in it. Did you use the full? What'd you use? 30%? 20%? Probably 20%, huh? Yep. Other than that, that's it. Not much. Australia is so cool. I have to check that out. All right, DNS Two Stroke. You have a good night, sir. Yeah. And a fuel injection would probably work pretty well. There you go. Obi-Wan will do it. I want to do a 4-stroke on my bike over here, though, to pull the trailer. Smithfield Wheels. I'm going to have to go check that out. This thing's acting up again. It's not fast enough for the fastest. I just want something that'll go all day long and pull the trailer. You could. Timing would be not that hard, I wouldn't think. But you'd have to have a pump. I mean, they got some 4-strokes now that are lawnmowers that are fuel injected. You could probably adapt one of those systems. Excuse me. Okay, everybody. I'm going to hold this up here again. That's Kevin Todd, NAMBA, North American Model Boaters Association. Not what y'all are thinking. At gmail.com. And we're going to call it here in a few minutes. Yeah, see, I'm wanting like 100 or 125 or 150. I don't want the big 212, and I don't want something little tiny. I want something that's got a little grunt to it. Yes, sir, it has. It has. And I'm going to be working on this system next month, last Saturday of the month. We're going to go live again. I hope and pray that I have everything a little bit better. I hear you. Yeah, some projects get put on the back burner. And but I got up here in my loft and I pulled everything down from up there like a dumbass. You know, I got porta powers up there, jack porta powers that are like 100 pounds each. Yeah, I looked at that, and but that's off of your phone, though, isn't it? I'm off of my computer. I don't know if they have it for a computer or not. I'm gonna have to check into some stuff. Yeah. See, that's kind of what I'm wanting. I want something that's got a little grunt to it that's going to go all day long. You know, on a gallon of gas, like Jared does. 1 gallon of gas for a week. All right, I'm going to check into that. And another thing, my laptop's an older laptop. It's a Windows 7, but it should work because all it's doing is just basically running the camera. I didn't know whether you was running off your phone or your computer. So I'm going to check into it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a good challenge right there because I don't even have any idea what the hell that was riding down the damn street. Not even a clue. Even how many miles you get per liter, we could equate that to you're behind the heart here. I can't see that last little bit you put on there. on miles on 2 liters. And I think it's, are you running a stock carburetor, stock exhaust, and all that? But I know I don't get really good on these bikes. Not what you'd think, anyhow. $110cc motor with steel sleeve and 52 millimeter piston. $50 miles on 2 liters. Okay. $15 miles on a half a gallon. Oh my God. You think it'd get better than that, huh? I know I went, shoot, 40 some odd miles on the trip to the spillway and back. And I had to put gas in it to get home. I hear you. You don't count. I don't either. I make my own gas and stuff like that. So I pour it in and go. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get probably 25, 30 on a tank. 83. Wow. 100 miles. Yeah, see, I don't get nothing like that. But I'm not driving conservative either. I think that's the difference. Now, in Jared's case, he's tooling around delivering stuff. He's not wanting to do 50 miles an hour. And I don't suggest it either. That's what I run on most of my bikes is a 42. Tailwind in Texas. I hear you. You're back with us. When you put all that on an engine, and this is what I've always said about building up an engine, a performance engine, is you're building it for performance. You get out what you put in, not some of the engines that burn a lot of gas for no reason whatsoever. I got one that sells regular gas without alcohol. I take the alcohol out of mine. I actually wash 5 gallons of gas in 4 gallons of gas and about a gallon of water. I churn it up really good, let all the water settle to the bottom. I got a valve that runs it out. I did a video on it. And all the alcohol goes out with it. And then I put a few little additives in it and they're off. And that's what I run, 35-1, cradle to grave. I don't break in nothing. If it runs, it runs. And if I put it on the road, it's going to run wide open to start off with. If it doesn't like it, then let me know right then and there. Oh, really? I figured you would get good mileage doing deliveries. Yeah, I mean, that ethanol doesn't do anything but tear stuff up. I haven't messed with one of the 110s. I haven't heard anything good about them. You have to make a 3mm spacer, and that's to get a full exhaust port, I'm assuming. And then take the crank apart, change crank to 40mm. What kind of rod comes with it? I hear you. I haven't heard anything good about them. Well, it's a what is it? A wide Yard Dog 100 case. Or something else. I haven't heard anything good about them. I don't think anybody's had any really good luck with them. Wide bolt spacing, just like the YD 100, or wider than that. I know they sell them cheap. Different. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was about to say a chainsaw build like a 58 or something like that. The cylinder on it is junk, and that's what I've heard. The case is bigger than the YD. All right. I didn't know that. The transfers are wider. Okay, it's 14mm. Oh, okay, I got you. You did. All right. Okay. I thought you were talking about the length. Okay. Yeah, 10mm on ours, 12mm on some. Okay. I've been wanting to get one, but that's one of those things like the Phantom. We create a full iron sleeve replaced in a decent crank. Sir, thank you very much, CBC. Like I said, I always wanted to get one, but it was kind of like the Phantom 85 when that first came out. Everybody was like, "Oh man, this is the thing here." And then now you're in version 3, and this is the way I'm looking at the Avenger 85. I want to see it run some first. Yeah, I want to see Sealy Science on that one. It won't be until the summer. 25 miles. But yeah, I kind of want to see what he does with it. I want to see what you do with your Avenger 85, Open One. You got one with your buddy Ken Henson, I think it is, and the other fellow. I am not an expert by no means. I might be trustworthy, but I'm not an expert. You can trust me, but I'm not an expert.
You see the phone? The paper's coming on.
The what?
In the pond, all the stuff, that black cloth paper.
Y'all hang on one second.
What the heck?
It's going in behind you. The water's going to have to absorb into the ground. That's not going down. Y'all be all right, guys.
Well, guys, I hate to end this. My koi pond, get my koi pond because the liner's messing up on it. That's what my wife just gone and got me and told me. We've had so much rain here. And leaves and what have you. I gotta deal with that. It was really fun. I'm gonna go back, check this out, see who's got what. And I'm gonna do a community post of the winners, and y'all make sure you get me your address. Yes, nice seeing you too. Everybody, yes, we're gonna save the fish, no doubt. But I don't need them getting in behind the liner and then getting starved. We'll get this internet thing worked out. If I have to run a Cat 6 line all the way out here, a Cat 5, fish lives do matter. You're right. Toxic swamp water. You're right. Absolutely. Let me go ahead and tell y'all something. We got a plant right over here that makes bauxite with caustic and what have you that make aluminum. They don't make bauxite. They use bauxite to make aluminum. It overflows sometimes over the levees, their levees. And you see some of the rides I have, all the red mud and stuff in the red plant. It goes into the ditch and kills everything in the ditch. Willows, everything. Somebody will be crawfishing in that ditch this spring. Good night, sir. Good night, y'all. Yeah, it was. We had like 4 or 5 days of solid rain. Could be. I ain't gonna argue that point. It might be weather related. And I hear you about the Smithfield wheels. My shop is either my kitchen floor. And I'm gonna look your channel up when I get out of here on the laundry machine. See you all again. Thanks. Yes, sir. It was nice to hear from you. This shop right here, I worked my entire life for it. So that's how I got this. Yep. It has been raining stupidly amount here. And then the liner is coming off the pond. I got to make sure that they don't get in behind there and they don't run out of water. It would be. It would be. It'd probably be clear. But it just, we've been having trouble, and it's probably. Yes, sir. You too. You have a good night. You be careful. You take care of yourself. Cam Scrambler, you take care of your scale. Mike Miller, Jared D. Brian the Bike Guy, Smithfield Wheels, Kim Scrambler, all y'all. Obi-Wan. Good night, guys. Let me go ahead and address this problem. And I want to get the list out here in a day or two.
hang out like that.